Welcome to the first official Transparent Thursday. I had to introduce this because of the amount of questions I was getting in for Transparent Tuesday, where I answer all of your personal questions. In all honesty, this segment, Tuesday and Thursday, is specifically for each and every one of you, okay? I will do my best to offer any type of insight that I can to help you make some tough decisions regarding your life, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First question of the night, okay? This is from Kimberly. She says, Tasha, I'm being pushed to my limit. She says, first off, I want to share by saying me and a female friend I've been friends with since we were 12 and 13. We're now roommates and we split bills 50-50. We were very close as kids. We were neighbors. I moved out of the neighborhood, but we would somehow always reconnect. We reconnected in our 20s and both started a family, lost connection again, and now we've just reconnected in our 30s and we're both single, struggling moms. So we decided that since we're both single and struggling moms, we thought it would be a great idea, since we've known each other our whole entire life, to move in as roommates and raise our kids together. Upon moving in, we both sat down and discussed our lack of trust in other females and in people. And so we both came to a mutual understanding that we didn't trust anybody. I specifically told her I do not have one single female friend, and that is primarily by choice. And so now that we're roommates, I have an issue I need to clarify. I did have a guy that I had been seeing on and off over the past few years. Definitely had a huge crush on the guy, but I honestly will say that it was just lust. Our time together, which I've always enjoyed so well, and just thinking about him always puts a huge smile on my face. Now, while me and Tasha were roommates, damn, why she gotta be named Tasha and shit? Fuck, we ain't all bad. We crazy as hell, but we ain't bad now. Now, my guy friend came to visit me about 4 or 5 times, and after our time together, I was now even more excited because I had someone to rant my feelings about him to, and someone I thought I could put my trust in, at least until she proved to me I shouldn't trust her. We have been roommates for 2 months now, and already she has broke my trust. So my guy friend comes to visit me tonight, which is not tonight. I got this question like July 15th, okay? So it was a couple weeks ago. Okay, and somehow my roommate became the topic of discussion. He tells me after he left the last time, he was there to see me. He got a text from my roommate, Tasha, and we don't know how she even got his phone number. But she tells him, you know, Kim's crazy about you. Kim talks so much about you after you leave, blah, blah, blah. Then he says, just don't tell her I came back and told you. And I said, okay, I won't say anything. So now I have to try to approach this situation with her somehow and keep my word to him that I won't say anything. I feel as if she needs to know. I'm also going to assume she only wanted to benefit herself. So now I have to approach this situation with her and somehow keep my word to him that I won't say anything. I feel as if she broke the girl code and my trust as well. She needs to know. I'm also going to assume she only wanted to benefit herself in this by seeing if he would say how he felt about me, and then maybe she could start to flirt. I'm really hurt by her actions, and I really feel betrayed, and I want her to know and understand that. But I have no idea how to go about it, and that's why I'm emailing you. As I said before, I don't have any female friends. No one I can go to or call for advice, and that's by choice. I respect you and your truth and your views on life and everything else you have to say. I need your help with this. I have got to do something about this because it's weighing heavy on my mind. I want to just walk up to her and not say a word and just punch her in the face, but I can't do that. I'm a grown woman and I want to settle this like a grown woman. Tasha K, can you help me please? Damn, that was the longest situation I've read on this channel. Kim, I want to say this. You said you don't have female friends by choice. I kind of think that's a miserable fucking way to live, because as women, we need to figure out a way to stick together because we need each other. And that's the whole reason why you're reaching out to me, is because you realize that you need female friends. Now, this friend you've known your entire life. And I would say, if anybody knows her better than she knows herself, it's you. And you have to ask yourself this question. I don't know if you've had this type of situation with her before in the past. If she's slept with your man, if she's taking your man. But if this is the first time that you guys have had a situation where she's basically somehow got a hold of this guy's number that you've only been seeing for a short time and you really like him, and your roommates, being that you've known her your entire life and you guys have decided to cohabitate together, to stick together so that you could build yourselves up, you should not allow a man to come in a situation and tear down what you guys have built your entire life and what you're continuing to build. And that's on a level of friendship. Now, I don't understand how you've known this girl your whole life and you still find it hard to even trust her. Now, if she's your friend, like you said she's your friend, you need to sit down with your friend and not give her attitude. Don't go up and punch your friend, somebody that's helping you to take care of your son. You sit her down and you ask her, why did she call him? Why did she text him? But don't go at her like she's just any bitch on the street, because she's not. She's your friend. And sometimes as friends, they can get a little bit too comfortable. My family has always told me, best friends like the same motherfucking thing. And being that you guys have known each other your whole entire life, I would not be surprised if you guys both had the same taste in men. But you gotta understand that. And when you sit her down for the first time, if this is her first time doing this shit, you talk to her. You give her that respect to at least be able to tell her side and not just take this guy's word that you just met. Give your friend a chance to answer why it is that she's calling him. And then when she gives you an answer, you tell her as a friend, look, I don't appreciate you texting him or calling him. I don't want you talking to my man at all. If you want to talk to my man, if there's anything that you need to say to him, you need to say it with me present. You don't need to be texting him. And definitely, I don't need to be finding out from him that you are texting him about me and I didn't ask you to text him. That's how you handle that situation. Now, if she steps out of line again, you still don't beat her ass. You just need to move into your own space, or I'm gonna tell you something else you need to motherfucking do that you pointed out in here. This motherfucker came to your house and you a roommate, chilling at your damn house with your friend and your kids there. You don't need to be bringing nobody into no house. I don't give a fuck if you're paying bills there. This is somebody else's house too, and your children live there. And second, if this motherfucker is any type of man, he would take you to his house instead of him coming over to your crib knowing that you got a roommate and you in your 30s. A real man, first of all, wouldn't even want to be caught in that situation. He would tell you, you need to come see me, and that's how a real man handles his situation. He ain't gonna lay up with you in a house that ain't completely yours. He gonna bring you to his house if he has one. And if he ain't got one for you to come over to, this is definitely not a motherfucker you need to be trying your friend about. You probably need to give him to your goddamn friend. And so, by him coming to tell you that shit to me sounds kind of fucking messy, as if he's trying to create a division. And why would he not want you to tell the girl that she texted him? If he ain't got shit to hide, and if it's true, he should tell you, yo, I think you should talk to her. I've already told her don't fucking text me. I've already told her don't call me. So could you just reiterate that situation in a respectful manner? And then if it happens again, you need to figure out how you guys can live together, and just don't bring your business, your personal business around her. And I know that it's your house too, but at the same time, it's still not completely your house. And when you want to date and fuck a man, you go to his crib and he better motherfucking have one. That's how you handle that situation. Don't go fucking kicking your friend out and she helping to take care of you and your son over some dick you only known 4 or 5 fucking times, okay? Just talk to her, let her know she ain't fucked him yet, you know what I'm saying? And I said it yet. Now, if you don't say nothing, that probably will happen. And then your male friend, and he probably gonna be telling her, hey, yo, I know we texting, I fucked you, but don't tell her that we fucked. Same shit he telling you. Next question. Hi, Tasha. My name is Jessica. I am a single mom of 2, and my daughter's father passed away due to cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, Jessica. I've lost several family members to cancer, all in like a 2-year span, so I know how that shit feel, especially if it's your daughter's father, and you gotta watch her grow up without him. He was a good man to her and me. Now, my son's father, whom I put up with a lot from, was cheating. I finally got to my breaking point so that hoe could go. I'm glad that he's fucking gone. I have since become disabled and my daughter is autistic. I am finding it harder each day to make ends meet. I pay $1,100 for a 1-bedroom for me and my 2 babies that are 9 and 5. I have tried all I know to find affordable housing, but the lists are 5 to 8 years of waiting. I wanted to ask you if you had any suggestions, whom and where I should try next, feeling desperate in Cali because we have no family to help or just don't care to help. Team Us 3. Jessica. All right, Jessica, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I couldn't imagine being in your situation. You know, you're disabled, you're a mom of 2, you lost one of your daughter's fathers, and the other one's an asshole. I really do hope you got his ass on child support. Now, I've had a few women reach out to me, and there's one right now by the name of Lydia that I'm still working with in order to kind of help her situation. She's in California, but she's in an abusive relationship. And so right now I'm kind of going through some scenarios to figure out how she could relocate. And so because her situation is a lot different, y'all are basically in the same area. You're in California. In California, honestly, if you don't have no family in California, if you don't have any purpose in California as far as like owning your own business or being in the entertainment business of some sort, I do not recommend anybody that is especially is a single mom or hell single and they don't make at least $75,000 a year, you are gonna struggle your ass off in California. $1,100 for a 1-bedroom for 2 kids. Why would you want to put your kids through that? Living in a crunch space all so that you can have convenience or live in one of the most beautiful states ever. But you gotta think about the quality of life. And so the only solution that I've came up with, especially for Lydia's situation, Lydia's gonna have to relocate to a shelter. They're gonna help her get a job, get her set up, and then she's gonna eventually move into her own housing in California. I recommend for you, because you are a little bit more stable in your situation, that you prepare to move your children and you to a cheaper state like Texas or hell, even Georgia. The cost of living that it is in California as well as in Texas or Georgia is 1/3 of what it costs to live in California. You need to make at least $75,000 a year. There are people that I know that have to quadruple roommate in a 2-bedroom apartment just so they can make that $2,500 a month rent or $3,000 or more. And so for you being disabled, $1,100, having 2 kids and things like that, I would honestly ask you to think of any other situation, because at this point you got to think about your kids and you got to think about how they're going to grow up. And I know you don't want, if you can afford to pay $1,100, I have a 5-bedroom home in Atlanta for less than that, and it's gorgeous. And you could get something even better than what I have for rent. You understand what I'm saying? Lots of space. And so I know sometimes you're in a beautiful state, you love where you are, you just wish that you can afford it, but sometimes, in most cases, these states do not cater to impoverished people or to poverty. And so that would be my advice to you, is to figure out a way, open your mind up to the possibility of moving to a cheaper state since you don't have any family anyway, so that you can raise your family and not struggle to do it, okay? And like I said, I highly recommend Georgia or Texas. Hell, Texas is closer than Georgia. In Texas, you can damn sure get a lot of house for that $1,100 you paying in California for that 1 bedroom. All right, so good luck to you. And I will be emailing you tonight, Miss Jessica, to reiterate this conversation, okay? Just be open-minded. And that's what anybody has to do in any situation. When you're struggling, the last thing you want to do is shut your mind down. You want to open that bitch up as big as you can. You want to start reading shit you ain't never fucking read before. You want to start looking at places you probably ain't never even thought of. And you'll be surprised at what you can come up with and be able to continue to create the life that you want for you and your children, okay? That's all it takes. I was in this situation. Hell, just in Maryland. We moved from Maryland because we realized if we bought a home in Maryland, we're gonna get a piece of shit, okay? It is expensive to fucking live in Maryland. So what we did was after we filed bankruptcy and we cleared all that shit, we saved our money, sold everything in our apartment up there because that was gonna be our life. And I realized some people don't have a partner, but at the same time, if we weren't open-minded about our situation and what we wanted for our lives, we would probably still be in Maryland fucking struggling. Right now. Right damn now. Okay? Next question. This is from Brittany. First off, I want to say thank you for your time. You're welcome. Hopefully you'll still give me that compliment after I'm done with this, okay? I am a 28-year-old single mother of an 11-year-old and 6-year-old. I have just recently graduated from college with my bachelor's in behavioral science. Congratulations. Hell yeah. You getting a bachelor's degree with 2 kids and you single. You go, bitch. You go. There are hoes around here making excuses, saying they can't even get out of bed to go buy bread, bitch. You done went and got a bachelor's, bitch. So I have been on a journey finding a career that will pay off my degree. Now, I don't like what you just said there, okay? You didn't get in this to pay off a degree. You got into this to pay for your life, okay? So you figure out what you need to do and get that degree shit out of your mind, okay? That shit gonna pay for itself. I just ended a 9-month relationship with a man I felt had no ambition. I decided to let him move in with me within the first couple of months of my relationship because we both knew what we wanted, okay? I'm getting your ass for that now. At the beginning of the relationship, he told me he received SSI because he deals with anxiety and depression, and I understood that. Okay. You start off this bitch good, girl, and you're just going down. You're just going down, okay? I'm about to ask you to give back the degree, for real, okay? But me being the very ambitious woman that I am, I said that even if you don't work, at least doing something productive such as maybe school or a part-time job. This man felt I was trying to change him and there were constant arguments. I stressed to him that I was not trying to change him, but if he wanted marriage and a kid with me, and he has 3 kids of his own, I need to see that he can be consistent and financially stable. Bye, girl. Girl, bye. You know, I'm gonna finish this question because I know that there are other women right now living with a nigga that are, I know a couple bitches like this personally. Let me finish this just for y'all, okay? All right, so he constantly stressed that he doesn't see the need to work because he gets SSI. But amongst that, I would constantly have to deal with him entertaining women if I was at work and I actually found he cheated on me when I started my first job out of college. Okay, I kept feeling maybe I was putting too much pressure on him to do better. I'm trying to hold on for this, I am. Or he made me feel that what he had to offer was not good enough. So I recently decided that enough was enough and that he had to go, and I told him I was willing to let him stay until he got his check at the first of the month, and he would need to get a place of his own since we obviously are very different. You think? Remember, you got a degree in behavioral fucking science, okay? All right. And I ain't got no damn degree, and you talking to me on the computer. Okay. He never got his place, but he still had to go. I'm glad you did that, girl. Glad you goddamn did that. The reason I made him leave is because I analyzed him for months, and I feel if he can smoke weed and chill all day in my house, and maybe he can cook and clean and mow the lawn, and he can actually get up and find gainful employment. I feel anxiety and depression comes with territory of being an adult and not having all the answers to life. But I know plenty of people who work that deal with more severe issues, so I don't feel an exception should be made for him. Tasha, I had to let him go because if I didn't, he wasn't going to leave nor change his ways. Do you think I was insensitive? Do I think you were insensitive about letting a motherfucker who got 3 kids and all he does is cheat, smoke weed, lay down all day, and tells you that he's happy collecting his SSI check? Do you think that I would think that you were insensitive? Somebody like you that has a degree in behavioral science and you decided to analyze him for those months and then decided to let his ass go because you realized that you wouldn't be able to honor this degree and help others, which is the science of behavior, to further their lives? Girl, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Come on now, listen. This right, first of all, you let a man move into your house with your kids that is not their father, and then he's home with them all day doing nothing, cheating with other women, and then next he'll probably be fucking your kids while you off in school or off working trying to better yourself, and you studying behavior and you can't even figure out the fucking behavior in your own damn house. Now I'm glad he's gone, I really am, but I'm not too happy that you even decided to deal with this situation, to deal with somebody as low as this motherfucker who would rather sit at home and allow a government check to fund him, your 2 kids, and his 3 kids. Listen, if y'all gonna fucking go to school, okay? To any woman out here that's single and you wanna go to school, you wanna further your life, that is a fucking fantastic thing. I think it's great to get educated. But if you're getting educated, but you leaving out, you got the education here, but you don't have no goddamn common sense when it comes to everyday people, people show you exactly who the fuck they are before you move in with their asses. You don't need to move in with a motherfucker to tell if he's lazy, smokes weed all day, cheats. All you got to do is fucking ask questions and date him long enough before you let him move in, and you'll see all this shit. You guys are just willing to ignore the signs because you think that you can fucking change a motherfucker. And if he's already been like this his entire life and got 3 kids and he still ain't decided to fucking better his life for his 3 kids, what makes you think your pussy, your mouth, your degree, or anything else you got is gonna help this man be more than he is, which is shit. No, stop analyzing the situation and just look at the shit. Look at the motherfucker, and you will be able to see. And all it takes, literally, is 6 weeks. For me, it literally takes probably the first fucking day, because I'll ask questions that y'all asses will be scared to answer. And I guarantee you, the way I interrogate a motherfucker, I catch him in a lie in the first fucking 30 minutes, because if he don't answer my goddamn questions, I'ma have real issues about that. Especially if you think you about to lay up with me. You better be willing to answer every motherfucking question and provide every piece of motherfucking document that I asked for, including a goddamn credit report. And the paperwork you should get before the credit report is this goddamn STD history. Current and past. He need to call the doctor, let him know that he has full permission to tell you what in the fuck he's got, when he had it, how long he had it, and the same thing with freecreditreport.com. He need to be able to show you, has he been in debt, how long he's been in debt, is he currently still in debt. That way y'all can weed all this shit out within the first goddamn week or 2, especially if he telling you you are the bitch for his life. If you was the bitch for his life, he'll provide that shit. No goddamn problem. I guarantee you. And I know because I fucking been there. And that's why I'm married to the man I'm with right damn now. Now I gotta go. Now before I go tonight, I am drinking one of the most requested wines on this channel. Every time I looked at the comments, because you guys know I be on the comments now. Everybody's asking me, Tasha, please review the CupCake Red Velvet. And so I did. I got it here. And this is honestly my first time trying it. And so my thoughts on this wine, it is, if I had to rate it 1 to 10, I would give this wine about a 7, okay? It's a little bit on the tannicky side to me, but when the grape comes back, when you throw it back, You taste rich blackberries and red fruits like apples, okay? So it's a very, very good medium-bodied wine. I got this wine at my local grocery store. Here it is, the CupCake Vineyards. You guys asked me to hold it up. $7.99. It's a great selection. It is a blend. It's a blend of various red grapes, and that's why they were able to achieve the rich blackberry flavor as well as red fruit flavor. And I gotta tell you, it's a great everyday wine. This wine honestly complements, I'm gonna be honest with you, barbecue, okay? And I'm feeling this shit. The alcohol percentage, pretty fucking smooth right now. I'm like, hell motherfucking yeah, it's good, it's good. I'm even sweating a little bit up here, you know? Thank you all so much for watching, okay? If you like the video, subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at UNWINEWITHTASHAK. If you have questions for me, for Transparent Tuesday or Transparent Thursday, you can send them via my website, UNWINEWITHTASHAK.com. That is fully functionable now. Also, subscribe to my newsletter too while you're on there. That way you don't miss a video, even when you don't get the notification from YouTube. I'll be updating the site quite frequently every day with 2 to 3 videos per day from me personally called Quick Wine, okay? Because I'm going to quickly give you this goddamn wine in 3 minutes or less, okay? And if you didn't like the video, you can still subscribe anyway, just so you can cuss my ass out. Not that I'ma really give a damn anyway. Now I gotta go. Bye.